guys, let's look at some of the signs of a broken heart. What is a broken heart? A broken heart is when you feel like you can't eat, you can't sleep. There's a pain in your chest. It feels like your chest is caving in. It hurts. Your stomach, you feel it in your guts. Well, there are certain signs that a person may be experiencing a broken heart. Number one, you become extremely tired. Let's say, for example, your husband pronounced edat. He issued a talaq to you. So you and him are going through a divorce. All of a sudden, you find yourself feeling extremely tired. You have no appetite. And then some people develop a big appetite. And all you want to do is just sleep. Too little or too much. Or you lose interest in your job, lose interest in your activities, and you become very anxious. These are all signs of a broken heart. And if you feel as if your physical heart is hurting, it's not imagined, guys. Your heart is really hurting. And what makes it hurt is the fact that stress, those stress hormones that your body is releasing in response to your emotions, they cause your heart to beat irregularly. They cause your heart to actually hurt. A lot of us say, oh, my heart is beating too fast. Turn that video off. Just keep the video off. Some people say my heart is beating too fast. Some people say I can't breathe. I can't catch my breath. You're not imagining that. You might even feel as if you're having a heart attack. These signs are true. They're real. And these things are really happening to your heart because that's what stress can do to us, guys. It's a normal phenomenon. And why does it hurt so much? A lot of people ask, why does it hurt so much? Well, on a biological level, our bodies will sometimes react to heartbreak in a way similar to how it responds to physical pain. Some of us can't take pain. So if you can't take physical pain, you can't take the pain of your heart hurting either. That emotional pain is just as bad as the physical. Also, your brain plays a big role in this too. Our brain, will cause us to feel even more emotional pain. It's going to release these stress hormones like cortisol. Cortisol is what makes that heart hurt so bad. It makes your stomach feel like your guts want to come out. And this leads to your chest being heavy. This leads to a loss of appetite. This leads to I can't sleep. So that's why it hurts. And when you find yourself experiencing this, we have to do what it takes to try to get over this. And this is why I was telling you guys yesterday, I'm a woman, I'm a human being. I experience heartbreak too. The companions, they experienced heartbreak too. Like I told you guys earlier, Fatima, radiallahu anha. She experienced a heartbreak of losing her father. It was so bad. She felt like her heart was caving in. Her chest was caving in. She lost her appetite. They say she lost weight. She really had a hard time adjusting to her father no longer being a part of her life. And that's when she ended up dying. She died just 6 months after him. This happens. You will hear about a couple who've been married for 50 years. The man dies. And next thing you know, the wife dies right after him from a heartbreak. That singer, Sinead O'Connor, the one that converted to Islam, her son, died just a year ago. They say she never got over it. She could not deal with the loss of her son. So they say to this day, she died of a broken heart. That stress, that cortisol, it makes your heart beat fast. It's just like having a heart attack. So this is why I tell you guys, when you find yourself going through those type of feelings because a relationship didn't go the way you wanted it to, the way I deal with it is I take my mind off of the person and put it on Allah. If I feel that someone has hurt me that deeply, I'll make dua. I'll say, oh Allah, remove these feelings that I'm experiencing in my heart as a result of this person. Remove them from my heart and instead replace them with feelings of love for only you. That's what I do. And when we think about the person, you can't get this person out of your mind. You can't sleep because you think about the things he said to you, the things he did with you, all those possibilities. He could have been the perfect man for me. We could have done this. We could have. When you get those thoughts, make dua. Say, oh Allah, remove any thoughts of him from my mind and replace them only with thoughts of you. You go into the grocery store and you start thinking about him. What I do, I would say, Subhana Allahi wa bihamdihi, Subhana Allahi wa bihamdihi, Subhana Allahi wa bihamdihi, la ilaha illallah. Because those words mean more to Allah than anything. He loves to hear us say that. If I start thinking about a relationship that I could have had, a man that I could have married, that I wanted to marry, and maybe it would have been good, I'll just stop and say, A'udhu billahi, Subhana Allahi wa bihamdihi, la ilaha illallah. That's what I do. And those thoughts of him will go away. And it feels like a lightness. I feel a lightness in my chest. In fact, guys, that's a supplication I make every night anyway. I always say, oh Allah, remove any feelings of love in my heart for some man that shouldn't be there. That shouldn't be there. And replace him with love for you and the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I think that's what happened. Because I told you guys, friends know I broke up with Moses. I told y'all. I had a dream a couple weeks ago. I was talking to Moses. He's been my husband in waiting. And I told him, sorry, it ain't gonna work out. He said, what you talking about, Sister Laila? I said, I know you a big man and you got that nice staff and you spoke directly to Allah. You got that long wavy hair that come down to your shoulders. You're 7 feet tall. You knocked out the angel of death's eye. I told him, you knocked out the angel of death's eye. I say, but this ain't gonna work out. He said, why? I said, I'm in love with the Prophet Muhammad now. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Seriously, guys, this is a dream I had. So me and Moses, we ain't together no more. Inshallah, I'll be with Prophet Muhammad. I told him, I'm sorry, after teaching the class on the wives of the Prophet, seeing how he had all that patience for those high-strung women. And I told Moses, them women were high-strung like me. So I think I need to go on ahead and be with the Prophet Muhammad. Moses, have a good day tomorrow. I told him Latifah's available. And I kept it moving in my dream. I sure did. I kept it moving. So that's what you do, guys. I make myself have fantastical dreams like that, to get over that type of stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that heart stuff. But a lot of us experience it. And heartbreak doesn't just have to come from the relationship gone wrong. A lot of us experience heartbreak at death, grieving the loss of your son, grieving the loss of a grandchild, grieving the loss of a parent. That's heartbreak too. You know, but when you start feeling those emotions, they start caving in on you. You got to do what it takes to keep it moving. Okay, let's look at some